we are talking about masculinity and femininity. How would you define the two?
Well, I see it this way. Uh, it's shared basically now. Now in this society, as we was being raised, basically I'm from old school. When we was being raised, it was more specific to each gender.
Right.
But as of now is being shared because the way I see it is kind of totally opposite of the young man that was just on. Um, because mainly it falls in the category of the male being the one that goes outside of the household and works and do things of that sort. But some females do that as well.
Mhm.
But the majority of the time, most females are more, I wouldn't say more intelligent. We are balanced across the board, but more interested in establishing a remote business when most males are looking to the fact of being hands-on now
To be in the workforce. Yeah.
in the workforce itself. So that's just a little difference in the male and female balance that I see. But
Right.
I'm not trying to say all females stay at home and do whatever, but I know several men that stay at home and I have remote businesses and some just choose to be in the field.
So if a man chose to stay at home and he wasn't working remotely, like if he just chose to stay at home and nurture his family, would that change the perspective that you have of him?
Well, he could be a home dad as well. It's a shared situation. You can't take anything from him to be willing to step up and be a home father.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't see him as being less masculine by being at home taking care of the family, because as I was raised, that was a shared situation. But back in that time and back in that day, back in the 70s and whatnot, it was like dad would always step out and do the job himself, and
Right.
mom would as well work, but her hours weren't as long because he didn't want her working like that.
Right.
So that's one of the things of masculinity to me, that you are willing to go that extra step to take care, the person you care about, that's in the feminine role. But that doesn't cut them back any more than what they would be willing to do for you as the male in the masculine role.
So that
So,
comes back to that provider energy.
It's
right,
the
it does.
what I agree with what you're saying, D, in regards to that, because I feel like a person's choosing to stay home, being the homemaker while the female is out. Now, in the like, we got to be more forward and progressive in the thought process of that. And I've seen a lot of people who think that is like, you're not really a real man if your wife is out working and you're at home taking care of the kids and stuff like that.
Mm.
But like you said, it doesn't take away from that, because he still will be a protector.
Correct. It can go both ways. People can see it both ways unless they know what's going on in that household. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
Yeah.
I agree. I agree the both ways concept. But then it's like it's the new age era now. Everything is being done differently. Whereas the protection value, the protection aspect of the relationship on the male part still has to be maintained. And the same,
Correct.
and the man staying home being the stay at home dad that cooks, that cleans, that takes care of while the woman is out working. I mean, depending on the relationship, but it's the stereotype that we as men, we as people in the world look at it. When you hear it, I'm not gonna lie. When I hear from most women and they say, "Oh, my husband's a stay-at-home dad and I work," I make that face. I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
okay."
it does take you back because
We're gonna pause
it's
for
that
a
old
second.
school
We have
mentality.
Jay here too. I'm gonna pop him on the screen.
We
Okay.
got Jay on the screen.
Hello,
Hey, Jay,
hello.
welcome.
Thank you for joining
What's
us.
up? No, go ahead. Finish your thought. I think you're You were saying something.
Yeah, no, but it was like I was taken back by when women say that, oh, I work and my husband's a stay-at-home dad. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, in my mind, seeing that process, I'm like, how does that work? And I'm like, and I told myself, like, and so the conversation would go as, oh, so you don't believe in that? I'm like, I do. I just know for me, I'm a stay-at-home parent. I'm selling Avon or something. I'm flipping bricks or something. I don't know. I'm selling cookies or something. But, you still got to make extra money. But but then that was, like you said, that was our way of thinking and being programmed to think that, oh, these gender roles are supposed to be specific to individuals. And while everything else is progressing, our mentality and our behavior are not progressing with the way things are going as fast. So we have to take a step back and actually reflect upon that and understand what works for some folks works for some, what works for others may not work.
Right.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that, though, Mike. We're talking about over 50,000 years of the roles being that way. And this progressive notion is a short term. We only have a small amount of data to kind of try to figure out whether we need to change 50,000 years and plus of historical information that's been pretty much successful. We could say that the relationship between men and women may be evolving a little bit, but there's still something within your nature. The reason you were taken aback when he was like, I'm a stay-at-home dad, is because it's just not in our nature. So what you were doing was analyzing yourself as a man. And like, for me, I wouldn't be comfortable just sitting at home, that's probably why you were taken aback when you heard that.
Yeah. No.
It's also a difference in just sitting at home and actually working while you're at home.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what most people base it on is, okay, when you hear that's a stay-at-home dad, but do you know what he's doing while he's there? That's the main.